Hello and welcome to the first Witcher contract of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It is fighting the griffin. You basically have to kill a griffin that has been tormenting a village and surrounding area in order to get some information to propel the storyline. I will allow the cinematic to play, and then I will pitch in on some commentary when we actually get to the griffin fight.
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait's scent will spread quickly.
Now all we have to do is wait. Come on. We can cower in the shade of those birches.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of winter and wintering, think you'll come this year?
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait, take this.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around. Might come in handy.
How about that? Always lectured us on the evils, but you're a gambler yourself.
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill. Watch out!
Okay, here we were fighting the griffin. I decided to actually save the game here so I wouldn't have to revert back to the entire cinematic if I screwed up. So sorry about that. Anyway, I found you really need a crossbow to fight the griffin. I decided to equip the crossbow because it kind of tells me to. But also, I equipped a fire starting spell so I can get close to the griffin.
It's
I found
about
this
to
the
die.
best way to make it work. So what you want to do, ideally, is you want to take the crossbow. I don't know if I do it right here, but I know I will do it a little later on the battle. But you want to hit take the crossbow and shoot the griffin while it's coming at you. And it makes it topple over and not do any damage to you. It gets stunned for a few seconds, you can get in and attack it. Now I tried to use a sealing spell. I found the sealing spell really doesn't work too well on this griffin. So, but I was trying to drag it through the ceiling, trying to get it to get shut into it. Obviously, it didn't work too well though. It works very slightly. And now you'll see that I go with an ignition spell. I have to take my sweet time to pick it, I guess. But luckily, the game will slow down. And I misjudged the flame spell right there. Now, you'll see I make a lot of amateur mistakes. This is still pretty soon in the game, or pretty early in the game. I'm not very well equipped with the Witcher at this point. I haven't never played one with you. Either way, I found that if you get close to the griffin like that, you can ignite it and get a few swipes, and then you have to immediately roll out of the way, otherwise it will charge and kill you. And it takes quite a lot of it takes a large chunk out of your health to make a solid hit. So, worst comes to worst, just make sure you get hit by a glance at your battle and sit and take, because there is a difference in damage, and someone actually cares whether it's a glancing hit or a full hit. I don't know why, but it was kind of hit and miss with the flame spell when I went on face first, or when I went head to head with it. I found the flame spell has a higher chance of igniting and causing damage with a. See, I missed right there with the crossbow. But if you miss it, if you hit on the back. Also, you hold down the right trigger. It tells us the tutorial. You hold down the right bumper. That's what you have to use. And it'll actually go into that over-the-shoulder perspective, so you can actually aim the crossbow a little more effectively. Otherwise, it'll just fire directly in front of you, or wherever the camera's pointing. So if you're that good, then more power to you. But I think aiming is always important. Again, kind of misjudged. Well, I misjudged Griffin there. I think it's going to come at me, but it doesn't. It decides to actually turn off, and subsequently my flame did not hit it. I should have probably went for the crossbow there, but I did not. Go out of the way. I don't how it lights on fire. I find it's, like I said, hit and miss. Now we've got the Griffin dude just over half health now. I think I got one crossbow bolt into it, just a cheap shot. And now I just need to try to get away from it, because once it's committed to you. I think it will chase you into the earth fields. Not really. Eventually, it will get off you. For the most part, it just doesn't. It sticks to you pretty hard. It will follow you, I should say. Anyway, Griffin lands again. Try to get that hit on it. I do get, I believe, 10 for damage of that. I'm not really sure. The flame will miss again because it kind of flew out of the way a bit. That's why they had a big problem here. Right there, you can see the emphasis of glancing blows. Like it did get me with the beak, but only barely. Had it hit me a little with a more solid hit, I would have definitely had an issue there. I go with my Thunderbolt potion. I wasn't quite able to find what it does. The Thunderbolt potion. I know it probably said tutorial, but honestly I didn't read the tutorial for that one too well. This is kind of my mistake. The Griffin does get deflected by the tree. That was just kind of a happy accident, but nevertheless. Now here you'll see I actually implemented the crossbow and get it. It was a bit of lag, but you see right there it does kind of flip and get stunned for a second. We can get in on it. I do get fire curse off on it. It wasn't very successful though. Again, emphasizing glancing blows. I don't think that hit me, but it may have. I kind of missed that, I'm sorry to say. But definitely glancing blows are preferable in this game because it does calculate it. I've emphasized that a lot, but it's important. Now here you'll see I do it again with the crossbow. Wait for it to come in at me. Once it's committed, I shoot. I missed that time and it wasn't even coming at me. But I am commentating this live, so... I'm commentating over the recording, so... There you'll see I hit it just in I just hit it in the nick of time right there. Flame spell will not catch the Griffin, sadly. And I see it kind of, keep combat rolling out of the way until it stops chasing me. And I found that after you get past this tree line, it will actually stop chasing you most of the time. So if you can do that, then that's pretty optimal. Yeah, there I tried to shoot through a tree, didn't really succeed, as I couldn't really see my way. Again, try to get behind that tree. Doesn't quite work. Like, luckily I was behind its wing where it wasn't able to hit me, but only barely. But typically, I found that the tree will deter the Griffin. It's not just grabbing. I do hit it with two pretty solid crossbow hits. I believe the third one may have hit it.
Don't let it get away!
Anyway, now we're going to move on to the second stage of the battle, because it moves at a little under half health. So I call up my horse, Roach.
Let's go!
I don't know why he's called Roach, but I mean there's many things called Roaches, but it doesn't even matter. You'll see that I did do a little bit of rough edit, but that's because I did this part. And I found that if you get up right behind him, most of the time you will ignite him. I mean the fire spell in general is hit and miss, but I think you have to be like right up on it to have a 100% chance of being ignited. So here you'll see I implement again the technique of using the crossbow as it's intended to be used. I missed that time, it hit me with the buzz over. So that's just my luck. I probably would have went down had it not been for that. Now you basically just want to keep rolling out of its way. Roll into it as much as you can because it doesn't turn too often. It doesn't turn too well. You have to be careful rolling into it because if it's lunging at you, or if it's going to do a wing swoop at you, you don't want to lunge onto it. But if you or into it, or if it's coming down like trying to grab you with its talons, you have to be very careful rolling into it. So I do get a little bit of damage there, not exactly as much as I would have liked for that one time on the ground. I decided to shoot that time. Do hit it this time. You see that there? That's that lunge. If I was to roll into it, I probably would have been hit, and that would have taken me down, especially at the HP I'm at, which is like next to nothing. I'm at a point where 1 HP will take, or one even glancing hit will take me out, so I have to have a perfect run from this point onward. I also believe I came in on this one level under leveled to the fight, so that might be part of why I'm having issues. Right here I didn't catch on to the likelihood of catch on. You get right up close for was kind of obvious, but I thought it had a little more range for solid hits. Obviously, it does not. I decided that time that I didn't want to commit to trying to shoot the bow because of the way it was coming in on me. This time I will shoot, and I get it. Ignite it immediately. I don't quite get the I don't get the fire really to get it, but I did. You know, I'm getting the timing down here. So it will continue to follow me into the earth, like I said before. Get stuck on that. That freaked me out for a second. Luckily, the thing does kind of have a flight box that keeps it around this window. It doesn't vary too much, so getting hit from the back on that side is very unlikely. I do hit it pretty well. I'm getting pretty good with the crossbow right there. I managed to catch on fire while it's stunned, which I think is probably the best way to do it. Rather than trying to fight with your sword, because I found the sword just won't do enough, and when it's when it becomes unstunned, it's pretty quick to no longer be stunned, and it will sweep you, or it will hit you pretty hard, and you're able to catch up there. Again, I catch it with fire and finish off the crossbow, and that will actually be the griffin down. I decided to throw a few punches just to make sure. I was actually trying to cut its head off, didn't really work that well.
Not bad. Not bad. Though you could stand to improve some things.
Man spends his whole life learning.
Not a witcher, unless he doesn't want to live long. But more on that later. Take the griffin's head to the Black Ones. I'll ready our horses. Meet me at the inn.
Okay, and that will be the video. I hope you found it instructive, and if you did, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you really enjoyed it and want to see more LPs. But likes, I'd say, are a little more important because this takes a little more work for me to be doing this over my usual stuff. But I'm happy to do it so long as the support's there. And also, share it if you'd like. Comment if you have a suggestion. Do what, you know, if you enjoy it, just show your support in the usual way. Thank you all for watching this, and I will see you guys next time.